Welcome all of you. I am Dr. Sharad Kumar Mallikarjun Nimbali, Assistant Professor at Department of Statistics, Yeshwantrao Chauhan Institute of Science, Satara. Today we are going to have a discussion on one of the leading concept, that is clinical trial. The clinical trial is related to health research, okay, with application of statistics. So this is a unit 1. This include introduction to clinical trial, what is the concept of clinical trial, we will going to discuss. Need and ethics of clinical trials, we will discuss what is the concept of ethics and its important while conducting the clinical trial. And then we will discuss the concept of bias, random error in clinical trial, and then we will discuss how to conduct a clinical trial. Then most important concept, that is overall phases of clinical trials. The phases in the sense what are the steps to conduct the clinical trial, we will discuss in the upcoming slides. Then we will concept of central multicentral trials we are going to discuss. And then we comes under the concept of data management. What that in that case we will see definition of data, case report form, database design, data collection, and various concepts. And then we will discuss systems of good clinical practice. And then we will end with a concept of randomization and blinding. So let us start. Introduction to clinical trials. A clinical trial evaluates the effect of new drug or some device or some procedure. Now, new drug usually a chemical entity which is developed for curing or healing some diseases. Sometimes clinical trial evaluate the impact or the effect of some new devices, like usually a steel rods are placed in replacement of bone, or some new therapy are tested using clinical trials. These trials can be used to evaluate the most two parameter, that is safety or efficiency of a new drug in a healthy volunteer, or sometime it may be in a patient with particular disease. So clinical trial conducted in both, it may be a healthy volunteer in the sense a human being who don't have any particular disease. Okay, in such human being, the safety of that particular drug is tested. Sometime to test the new drug, we are using a patients with particular disease. Now, clinical trial can compare new drug against the existing drug or against the some dummy medication or placebo, we can say. That means clinical trial not used to test new drug only. Sometimes it is used to compare a drug combination, or it may be that comparison with maybe existing drug. Here in this case we have to show that the new drug is more efficient than existing drug. That means for case of improvement, clinical trial also helpful. Now, clinical trials are the research studies which are conducted in order to study new test medical treatments such as drug, vaccination, medical devices, okay, or medical procedure and diagnostic test. A large proportion of clinical trials are sponsored by pharmaceutical or biotechnological companies who are developing the new drug. Usually in India, a pharmaceutical company used to develop some new drugs or vaccines or some treatment. Those new drugs are tested using clinical trial in order to test or find out their efficiency or safety rates. Sometimes some government organization also used to conduct clinical trial in order to assess or to find out the health status of our population. Sometimes studies using the older drug in new disease are funded in the health related government agencies, as I said. Now, aim of the clinical trial: prevent the disease and reduce the number of people who become ill. For example, testing a new drug or vaccination to prevent the COVID-19. See, this is the one of the example or the aim of clinical trial. Usually government responsibility to keep their population healthy. For that purpose, regular basis government used to conduct some clinical trials. On the basis of that, they assess the health status of their population. Now let us discuss importance of clinical trial. The health professional and the patient need the evidence for a trial to know which treatment work best. Without trial, there is a risk to use any treatment, as we know. Many treatments that are nowadays we are using, those all treatments or the drugs are clinically proven with respect to their safety and efficiency. Sometimes clinical trials are designed to look at the treatment at early stage of its development. The researchers and regulators will look the information gathered from the clinical trial and decide whether it is safe and appropriate to continue the developing the treatments. If the treatment has no benefit or has some serious side effect, it may not be developed further. That means sometime initially we have to test, because if we without testing we launch the drug, then it have a serious impact on human population. So that's why clinical trials is regularly conducted by the research or regulatory authorities in order to test their safety and effect. Now you can see these are the some news cutouts where we can see that every research organization or the government organization is trying to conduct a clinical trial, and they are trying to find out some vaccination or the treatment to control the COVID-19. On the large scale at present, research institutes are conducting the clinical trial, and even we heard that most of the research institute having the success in order to develop the COVID-19 or the vaccination for the COVID-19. Even Ayurveda claimed that the existing treatments or existing some therapies can be used to prevent the COVID-19 or to increase the immunity power. So these are the some news cutout where you can nowadays frequently we are seeing that clinical trials on the COVID-19. Now only in clinical trial is not conducted for the drugs or the medications or the some treatments. Nowadays for market any product, any of manufacturing industry or the factory we can say or the any company, a clinically tested studies should be conducted. Now we can see that these are the some example from our television, like Dabur Chyawanprash. They are saying that their product, that is Chyawanprash, is clinically tested, and they found in the clinical trial the Chyawanprash gives the double immunity. Again, Oral-B is the another example. They are saying that it is clinically proven, and they found that it removes 100% flax. So even Saffola, health oil or food oil we can say, clinically proven to be more effective in 8 key marks of health. So clinical trial is not conducted for drugs only. It is nowadays a compulsory element of even for marketing. So to attract the customer, most of the marketing companies are conducting the clinical trial, and they are using result of clinical trial to market their products. So these are the some example. If you observe on the TV, our television advertisement, you can find a common word, clinically tested or clinically pramanit. As I said, aim of clinical trial is to prevent the disease and reduce the number of people who become ill. So usually when we start facing the problem of COVID-19, most of the researchers having the assumption that some existing drug can be used to control COVID-19. For example, oxychloroquine tablets can be used for the preventing the COVID-19. So most of the government approved to give that particular tablet to control the COVID-19. Now second aim is to treat the illness to improve the survival rate or increase the number of people should be cured. So in that case, testing the advanced treatment for the common disease, okay, is the example, and new combination of existing medicine. See, a particular drug having its own effect, but when we having a combination of drug, it will be having some different effect. So such type of combination can be tested with help of clinical trials. Again, the third aim is to improve the quality of life for the people living with illness, including the reducing the symptoms or the side effect of treatment, and the diagnose the disease and the health problem. Sometime what happen, some particular drug having some side effect, okay, and it will be observed after some days or after some practice. So again, clinical trial have the aim to improve the quality of such drug by reducing their side effects. And again, some major diseases, there are some treatments which can be used or helpful to survive the life of patients. So such treatments can be improved or tested periodically with help of clinical trials. So these are the some aim. Now nowadays you can see the importance of clinical trial is very high because of the COVID-19 problem. The most of the researcher or the research institute having or conducting their own clinical trial in order to develop some vaccination or new treatment to prevent COVID-19. This some of the example. If you can see in a newspaper that Patanjali had launched a new drug to prevent the COVID-19. Even Glenmark has launched a new drug to prevent the COVID-19. These all such drugs are tested with help of clinical trial in order to find out their safety first and then efficiency rate. Now let us discuss a next concept, that is ethics of clinical trials. Now what is ethics? As we know, in our college there are some standard rules and regulations that we have to follow in order to maintain the discipline. Okay. Similarly, there are some ethics rules in clinical trials which are known as ethics of clinical trials. The ethics means moral or principle or standard rules and regulation, as I said. Now ethics can be sometimes called a moral principle, honesty, right, fairness, responsibility. As in picture you can see, ethics are a central point of these all concepts. Ethics of clinical research is about norms, values, right or wrong. That means what are the right thing, what are the wrong thing, what is the good, what is bad, and what should be done and what should not be done while conducting the clinical trials. So the all ethics rules are generated by answering these all questions. That is, what is good, what is wrong, what should be done, what should not be done. The ethics is a patient centric. That means in ethics always a patient safety is we are looking. Now one of the major aim is to prevent the harassment or the risk of patients, or we can say provide the protection to patients of clinical trial. The ethics principle involve in the all phases of research. The formulation of research questionnaires, design studies, conducting the research, analysis of data, interpretation of the data, finding of the data. In the all stages of clinical trial, ethics is present in order to maintain the quality of that particular trial. Now who is responsible for ethics? Okay, then who are the member of that ethics committee, we can say. That everyone is responsible in ethics. The person or the any personality who are involved in clinical research are the responsible to maintain the ethics of clinical trial. Generally, the ethics committee or institutional review board, that is IRB, is the government team of expert, is the responsible to protect the rights and safety of research. Now, usually a government used to set up a committee of expert. In that expert, people from the various backgrounds are come together. They sit together and they used to watch on the clinical trial at the every step, so that the quality of that clinical trial is maintained. Now, there are some objective of clinical ethics. That is, there is the undo measure in the place well-being of participant in the protected. The clear identification of how the study will be monitored to keep participants safe. There are more benefits for the patient than the risk. The participants are fairly recruited as the research participants, and they protect the participant privacy. The major responsibility of ethics committee is to protect the fundamental rights of patients, and it is also responsibility of ethical committee that the patient will be safe during the clinical trial and he will get the benefits from the clinical trial apart from any risk. Also, the responsibility of ethics committee is that while conducting the clinical trial, there is no any error or bias is introduced, or the measurements are taken properly, they recorded properly, they analyzed properly, and they reported properly. These all things are checked or having under the control of ethics committee. If anything found wrong, then ethics committee will reject that clinical trial and the corresponding company or the organization will having problem. Okay, so such type of control can be done with ethics committee. Now let us discuss another concept, that is bias in clinical trials. Now, bias usually called as error in statistics. Now, in clinical trial, bias is intentional or unintentional adjustment in the design or any stage of clinical trial. That means some purposeful changes are done sometime, or something happen because of fluctuation or uncalibrated things. So, such any things which affect the result of clinical trial is called as bias. Okay, that means bias can be introduced while planning the clinical trial, analysis of the data, evaluation of the data, or taking the measurement. At any stage, bias can be introduced. The bias has two types, as we know, that is a random one and systematic one. The random bias in the sense the bias on which we don't have any control, or the factors which are the beyond the control, they are having the impact on outcome. So such things comes under the random bias. Now, systematic bias means a bias which are introduced purposefully while maybe taking the measurement or while doing the analysis. So such all bias are comes under the systematic one. The bias may have effect on the result of clinical trial and causes them unreliable clinical trials, or the results are unreliable or not a practical result one, they are adjusted one. So bias can occur at any phases as of research, as I said. For example, during the designing the clinical data, a clinical trial, or the collecting the clinical data or data analysis, or the while the publication also. However, the factor which produce the bias can be usually removed or controlled by doing some good design or using some concept of design of experiment. Okay, so using the design of experiment concept, we can remove or we can control the bias. So let us see what are the common types of bias observed in clinical trial. First one is called as selection bias. The selection bias occurs when there are systematic differences between the comparison of groups in the studies. usually selection bias in the sense a particular favor is given to particular drug. That means suppose we are comparing the two drugs, say A and B, on the cancer. So purposefully to prove a particular drug, say A, is more effective, a patient with severe symptoms of cancer or patient with higher age can be enrolled in a drug A, so that obviously the drug A will having a less effect as compared to drug B. Or we can say a more healthier patients are enrolled for a drug B. So obviously the drug B will show a more effective result in a trial. So such type of selection bias can be happen in clinical trials. So to avoid selection bias, a statistics provide a best tool which is called as randomization. If we assign the patients randomly to both groups, say A and B, then there is no a selection bias. So such selection bias can be avoided using randomization techniques. So in this way we can observe or we can see in clinical trial a statistical tools are very helpful to enhance the quality of any clinical trials. So that's why statistics has the unique importance in clinical trials. In clinical trial, a separate post for statisticians is there. The main responsibility of those statisticians to control the clinical trial using the statistical concepts. Now let us discuss a second concept, that is measurement of bias or measurement bias. This can be both collection of measurements and their analysis and interpretation. While collecting the data, we can take the wrong measurement sometime, or the machines might be non-calibrated, they are having some fluctuation. So due to such things, a measurement bias is introduced in clinical trials. Now next, assessment bias is there. Assessment bias in the sense investigator or some people who are involved in clinical trials, they can strain the effect of either one of the drug, or they can reduce the effect of another drug by doing some adjustment. So such type of bias are usually we can say observed in clinical trial. But the main thing, as I discussed, these all types of bias can be controlled using the proper statistical tools. Now let us discuss the overall phases of clinical trials. They are namely phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. For any new drug to enter a clinical trial, it must pass a preclinical studies. A preclinical study involves the in vitro, that is test tube or laboratory studies, and the trials on the animals also. In preclinical studies, the nature of that drug and their safety and their journey are tested, or their chemical parameters are tested in laboratory, or sometime it may be animal. If preclinical study giving a confirmation that the drug or the new chemical is a good one or the having the safe, then we are going to various phases of clinical trial. To assess the safety and efficiency of a new drug, clinical trials are conducted in a various phases. In each phases, the results are confirmed by regulatory authorities, and then the process of drug approval starts. Generally, in clinical trials are conducted in 5 phases. That is phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 and so on. So let us discuss these things.